To begin, I want to ask you a question that might touch something deep within each of us. Have you ever gone to bed with a feeling of emptiness, as if your life is repeating a meaningless cycle, a familiar routine that has become so boring and uninspiring? Is that vague, dead-end feeling unique to anyone? Let me share with you a very real piece of my own life, because I believe that resonance can sometimes be the starting point for great changes. There was a time when I was just like that. I used to work in a job that made me feel like I was living someone else's life, a job that wore away my passion and secret dreams. Each day passed, and I would tell myself that I would change, that I had to do something different, but then, I did nothing, stuck in procrastination and silent disappointment, feeling like I was just a minor, indistinct actor in my own life movie. It wasn't until I realized a crucial thing, a truth that could change everything. So, what if I told you that the key to breaking free from that vicious cycle, to rediscovering true joy and meaning, doesn't lie somewhere far away, but right within your own hidden strength, right within your power to decide? I believe that you, yes you, can absolutely become the director, the screenwriter to rewrite the script of your life, starting a new chapter that is more brilliant and meaningful. And all of it begins with your decision, starting today. So, why do so many of us, despite having a seemingly stable life with a job and family, still quietly carry an unfulfilled longing, an invisible feeling of being stuck that lingers? It's because many of us feel that our current life doesn't truly reflect who we are, doesn't bring real joy, yet we hesitate, even avoid change. It could be due to a vague fear of uncertainty or simply because the addictive comfort of old habits has taken root too deeply. We're afraid to face the truth that we need to be different, afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, and so we unintentionally or intentionally come up with every excuse to procrastinate, to continue drifting in a life that isn't truly ours, a life where we're merely existing rather than living. But what if there's a straightforward tool, cost-free, requiring just a few minutes each night, yet possessing an astonishing ability to unlock and heal, a key that can help you gradually untangle those complicated knots? Would you be curious to know what it is? It's journaling. Yes, it sounds familiar, but not the kind of journal where you monotonously record daily events. Instead, it's an honest, profound dialogue with yourself. Every night, before drifting into sleep, take a notebook and a pen, and courageously write down what you feel you're doing wrong, the things that are steering you off course from your goals and core values. Name the invisible fears holding you back, and candidly acknowledge the excuses you've been using to lull yourself into complacency. The essence, the soul of this method, is absolute honesty. No hiding, no embellishing, no excuses, no matter how difficult the truth may be. Have you ever imagined your life as a remarkable movie? A movie with a full range of emotions, ups and downs, unexpected twists, and memorable scenes? And if so, who is truly the director, the screenwriter, the one who has the right to decide the next development of that unique cinematic work? I believe that your life is indeed such a movie, and you, no one else, are the director, the one who has the full right to cut out unsuitable scenes, uninspiring roles, and courageously rewrite a new plot, a script that you truly desire, a version of the movie that you will be proud to look back on. Do successful people or great thinkers share a secret to mastering their destiny and creating an impressive life movie? Let's listen to their voices. The great philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once inspired us with a profound proposition: become who you are. This is not a command to find a fixed, unchanging self, but a ceaseless call for creation, struggle, and striving to reach the best version of oneself. Or take Quentin Tarantino, a renowned director with unique cinematic works. He did not wait for someone to allow him to shine. Instead, he picked up the pen and wrote his own impressive success story, from his first scripts to works recognized by the whole world. So, what miracle will happen when you dare to courageously confront your dark corners every night through writing, with truths that may not be pleasant but are extremely necessary for your growth? What reward awaits that courage and perseverance? When you honestly face your mistakes, weaknesses, and fears, you will surprisingly discover an extraordinary clarity. The path ahead, once foggy and tangled, suddenly becomes clearer, choices become wiser, and most importantly, you feel an inner strength, a true confidence rising from the depths, urging you to act. That is the power of self-awareness, of understanding oneself. From there, you will be able to make better decisions for your life, gradually overcoming the inherent fears that have held you back for so long, and be more steadfast on the journey to conquer the goals you truly desire, the dreams you once thought you had forgotten. It sounds convincing, I understand. But perhaps right now, are those familiar voices, those whispers full of doubt like, "Oh, I don't have the time, I'm too scared to face the negative things about myself," or, "I don't know where to start or what to write," echoing in your mind. These are very common psychological barriers, invisible walls that we often build ourselves. You might think you're too busy, unable to spare even a few minutes for yourself amidst the chaos of work and life, but the truth is, just 10 minutes each night, 10 minutes of complete silence and focus are enough to begin this meaningful journey. Are you afraid to look at the unpleasant things, your flaws? But does avoiding them make them disappear, or does it only make them grow quietly, becoming ghosts that haunt your life? And if you don't know where to start, just begin with whatever comes to mind, no matter how trivial or vague. Perfection is not the goal here. It's honesty and perseverance, little by little. So, will the perfect moment to change, to rewrite your life script, to become the version you've always dreamed of, ever come like a miracle bestowed upon you? Or is it the moment, right now, tonight, that is the golden opportunity, the precious starting point you shouldn't miss? Don't wait any longer, because no one is coming to save you, no one can live your life for you, and no one can give you happiness if you don't create it yourself. You must be your own hero, the director of your own life movie. Take action, starting tonight. Grab a notebook you love, a familiar pen, and begin writing the first lines of a new chapter. And to let these messages truly reach you, to ignite the flame of determination even stronger, I invite you to pause for a moment and reflect deeply, to ask yourself, what will happen if you wake up one day in the future, maybe a year, 5 years, or 10 years from now, and realize in shock that you've missed countless opportunities to change, to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life, just because of today's hesitation and nameless fears? After all the discoveries and sharing we've just experienced, through the journey we've taken together to delve deeply into our own concerns and aspirations, what are the most precious gems, the core messages we can carry with us on the path ahead to light our way and give us strength? It's quite simple, yet profoundly important. If you feel stuck, if your current life sometimes leaves you feeling empty and directionless, it's not your fault. It's a valuable signal that perhaps you haven't truly taken control of your own story, haven't truly been the director of your life's movie. But the good news is, and this is the most crucial part, you absolutely have the power and ability to change that, starting from this very moment, from your own decision. Now, I invite you to close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, relax, and imagine with me. One morning, you wake up not with the usual sluggishness or heaviness that you have to force yourself through, but with an overflowing energy, an indescribable excitement spreading through your body. You smile at yourself in the mirror, a radiant and confident smile, because you know you are living a life that truly belongs to you, a life that you have chosen and created, day by day, hour by hour. Imagine waking up each day, no longer afraid or avoiding challenges, but rejoicing because you are living true to yourself, pursuing the true passions that were once forgotten, and creating meaningful value for yourself and those around you. Isn't that feeling, that freedom and fulfillment, wonderful? That is a vision that can absolutely become reality when you dare to seize your own power, dare to start writing the story you've always dreamed of. But dear friends, words, no matter how beautiful or inspiring, will only be carried away by the wind if they are not turned into concrete actions. Dreams will forever remain just dreams if we do not have the courage to start realizing them, one step at a time. So, tonight, when you return to your own space, when the worries and desires for change are still throbbing strongly in your heart, what will you choose to do to start writing a new, more brilliant and meaningful chapter in your life? Don't hesitate anymore. Don't let tomorrow become an endless promise. Tonight, as soon as possible, find yourself a quiet space, take a beloved pen, open a notebook you love, and start writing your story again. Write down your most honest thoughts, your deepest fears, your burning dreams, and your strongest determinations. To conclude today's sincere sharing and, more importantly, to open a new, promising, and free journey for yourself, I want to send you a final message, a heartfelt reminder, a steadfast belief. The story of your life, with all its magical potential and unwritten pages, is entirely in your hands. Don't let anyone else write it for you. Don't let circumstances or invisible limits decide for you. Have the courage to take the pen of destiny, and with all your creativity, courage, and love, turn it into a masterpiece.